235 pounds from Charlotte, North Carolina, Billy the Star Child Star. And coming into the ring right now at 282 pounds from Waxahachie, Texas, Captain Redneck, Dick Murdoch.
Called for by Alfred Neely and his opponent, the ex-Marine Captain Redneck, Dick Murdoch. Bob?
Well, Billy Starr's given away a lot of weight here, as well as experience, size, a lot of things. Dick Murdoch's held titles all over the world. Billy Starr told me at one time he was a contender for the junior heavyweight champion, which of course is a much lighter weight. And you can see the difference that size is making, that experience. He hasn't had a chance from the get-go, which is smart on Dick Murdoch's part. Captain Redneck, he calls himself. He takes him, smashes his head in that turnbuckle. Now he's got what you'd call a blitzkrieg. He's been on him from the start of the match. He's pounded him, got him dazed, pounded him around the head and shoulders. Now, taking that wind out of him, a backdrop, now a slam. When you get slammed from that 6'4" man down onto the mat, it takes something out of you. You see Starr, match only a minute. Oh, well, he's coming back a little bit. He's a pugnacious type individual, but I think he's bitten off more than he can chew here. Murdoch has, his defeats in the last 5 years can be counted on just one or two hands. So, again, lightning was striking a bottle for Billy Starr if he could get a victory. Well, Murdoch's going for that brain buster. If he gets it, he's up. He's going to get this one, Boyd, and it's over. Nobody's kicked out of that. The 3 count.
And Captain Redneck, Dick Murdoch, triumphant.
All with a 10-minute time limit. In the red corner at 235 pounds from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Ron Cheatum. And in the blue corner at 242 pounds, former Mississippi heavyweight champion, current co-holder of the Mid-South Tag Team belts.
On the popular Mr. Olympia, Rick Pereira's a referee, Bob Root.
Well, Boyd, I was going to say Mr. Olympia, former Mississippi heavyweight champion, former Mid-South Tag Team champion, but as we just heard, that decision's been reversed, and those titles are, he can still lay claim. Oh, beautiful drop kick, arm drag drop kick, beautiful sequence there. The arm drag the man, it didn't hurt him, just takes him off his feet. Cheatum got up, tried there, oh, beautiful. Swept under that leg, a leg sweep, nice arm drag. Mr. Olympia uses a lot of moves around his opponent, rather than going directly to his strength. He's a powerfully built man, but that's smart. Hit the fringes, pull the legs out from the table. Cheatum, apparently, he was here several months ago, and since that time I noticed he has worked on his conditioning. He seems to be bigger and better shape. We'll see how he does. Olympia again. Oh, I don't know if he caught him. I see he missed with one foot. Yeah, he got him with the other one, though, apparently. Cheatum looks a little bit. No, he's up again, arm drag. So far, Olympia is dictating both the pace and most of the moves in this match. Cheatum is trying to be aggressive, but apparently he is going to reconsider now, which is, if you were keeping points on this match, it would be a good thing for him to do. He's not going to beat Mr. Olympia with the attack that he apparently had planned when he came in this match. Sometimes that added weight does you some good, sometimes it doesn't. If you can make it work for you, it doesn't help to have a lot of muscles if you can't use them. Now, he punched him a couple times, and there he left himself wide open to be punched back. I've noticed Olympia isn't a vicious wrestler where he'll start out punching and kicking, but if an opponent takes it to him, he's not going to hesitate. And Cheatum, if he was going to punch him, he should have waited till he had a chance to knock him out. Goes for a full body slam, cover. I doubt if that'll be enough to beat him. Again, he's going for trying to work on that stomach. You can see Olympia has that washboard. Now he's going upper body. Looked like he tried to rake the eyes. I'm sure that mask is some protection. Headlock, Olympia drops down. What agility. He's got him running. Ooh, sleeper. He's put a lot of men away with that hold. Cheatum better get out now if he's going to ever. No, he's got him. He hooked him.
1, 2, 3, and Mr. Olympia catching Ron Cheam.
Event is for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the red corner at 454 pounds, General Skandor Akbar presents the one-man gang. And at 265 pounds from Tennessee, the Junkyard Dog.
General Skandor Akbar presents 454 pounds one-man gang, but the Junkyard Dog says clear the ring. He's ready for action. The people's choice, undoubtedly nobody has any doubt in their mind, Bob Roop, and you'll have to agree with that.
Well, nerve is one thing that a man's going to call himself a superstar. He better have it, and apparently he does, because with all the reversals he's had lately, he's taken on a man that put Ernie Ladd, Dick Murdoch, Ted DiBiase, Mike George is still out of wrestling from what I understand, in this one-man gang, the biggest and one of the baddest in the General's Army. And Junkyard Dog's taking him on. I guess he's not ducking and not hiding. I have to hand it to him. Oh, that big forearm. Oh, clothesline. He goes in the same motion for that forearm. Either one of them are effective. Oh, a slam, 400 pounds. Oh, the thumper. Beautiful move. Thumped him like he was nothing. One hand's the General in there. This man is strong. Slams him.
That's
He's
Killer
got them
Khan.
both. Killer Khan in the ring now. Junkyard Dog's taking on the whole army.
He wasn't in the ring, but the Junkyard Dog brought him inside.
Brought him in himself. He wants these men. Oh, that big elbow I was talking about. He goes for it. Slams him. Again. The one-man gang. The thumper. Unbelievable. Gets a 3. Unbelievable, Boyd Pierce.
You talk.
And now a non-title event for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the red corner at 255 pounds from Omaha, Nebraska, the North American heavyweight champion Ted DiBiase. At 222 pounds from Knoxville, Tennessee, Tim Horner.
A non-title match, 154-pound one-man gang, but General Skandor Akbar came to the ring apron. Also, Killer Khan, and you saw simultaneously as the Junkyard Dog slammed them in addition to the one-man gang, defeated and really had his hand raised in victory, and the fans went crazy. Definitely the people's choice, a one-man gang, whether I, you, who likes it, and I like it.
Well, I got to give him credit, Boyd. I mean, that was a superb, a fantastic performance. I mean, that man has got not only strength but guts. He pulled those men in the ring. He wanted them, and again, I don't like it, but I got to hand it to him. The man is great. He deserves everything he's got. And with Ted DiBiase here, you know, he's been showing some brains. Now, this young wrestler going against him, Tim Horner, he's trying to make lightning strike for him, too, because he's going against a man that's held a North American champion as long as anybody, 3 different times. And, again, ooh, he caught Ted. Looked like Ted was trying for some sort of suplex. Horner hooked the leg and got his weight, head scissors. Nice move. He's got, Ted DiBiase's got so much size. Ooh, he went to the well once too often there.
And you saw that throat come across that steel cable on the top strand of rope.
Well, DiBiase's 6'4", 270 pounds, a big, strong man. Horner's about 220, 210. And DiBiase once warned what he was going to do. He caught him up there and held him. Now he's taking it to him. And again, a North American champion. He's got people after him everywhere, and he's got millions and millions of people that watch this program are watching him, like him or dislike him. Again, people like Dick Murdoch after him. I don't blame Murdoch for being hot after watching that film. But again, you better have somebody watch. Ooh, power slam. Power slam. Now he's got him beat right there.
Going for the figure 4 if he can lock it in.
Well, this is really unnecessary, but I kind of admire him for doing it because you might as well make it definite.
And he does.
And nothing's more definite than a man giving up.
Ted DiBiase, the North American.
One fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the red corner at 270 pounds from New York City, Hacksaw Duggan. And in the blue corner at 236 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia, a former North American heavyweight champion, Mr. Wrestling 2.
City in that state of Georgia, Mr. Wrestling 2. Bob?
Well, it was in Atlanta about 3 years ago, 1978-79, that Mr. Wrestling beat Ernie Ladd for the North American title. He held it for about a year. He's known all over the world. His reputation speaks for himself. You know, these two men are indirectly involved from last week. Mr. Wrestling 2 was the referee in that Mid-South Tag title match. Oh, he went for that knee there. That knee lift that has won probably hundreds and hundreds of matches for him, and you got to give Duggan credit. He wasn't suicidal enough to go into that knee. He definitely rolled right away from it, which showed some smarts on his part. You know, this man is not just a dumb animal. He's got some great credentials, like being kicked out of the pro football, but he's not just a dummy. He likes to hurt people. He likes to use his own body to do it. He doesn't mind. You can see he's taped up. He's got knee braces on, and he doesn't mind getting hurt as long as somebody else is there with him. But he's not stupid. And I don't think Ted Debiasi would want him as a partner if he didn't have a calculating kind of a brain. And he is double tough. Now again, Wrestling 2, using that experience, it's got him. Ooh, went for it again. Now Duggan is definitely watching out for one move, you can see.
Well, Mr. Wrestling 2 going for that power knee lift, and at the same time, Jim Duggan wisely once again as Hacksaw comes out to the ring for a moment's respite.
Well, he's having to regroup and sort of reorganize his plan of attack because what he's tried so far has not worked. And a lot of competitors that have gone against Mr. Wrestling 2 have found out that that is exactly the situation. He's for example here, with very little stress to him because your legs are much, much stronger than your arms in most cases. He's using his legs to put pressure around the chest, thorax, throat, face, cut off the breathing in several different ways, cut off the circulation. Duggan came out of that pretty easy. Well, Wrestling 2 countered that again, comes up with an arm lock. Again now, he's bringing his weight to bear on Duggan. He's making him carry the two of them, and he is putting pressure on that shoulder joint, constricting the chest area where breathing's a little more difficult. If you can get a man tired and blowed up, he's much easier to beat. Duggan, from my viewpoint, is giving him too much warning about what he's going to do. He's too obvious with his moves. And he shows his temper there, that big foot stomp that he seems to have trademarked. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing with it, but again, Wrestling 2 on the offensive, very aggressive wrestler. Now again, he's punishing the extremities. He was working on the head, he went to an arm, now he's working on a leg. That 52-inch chest that Hacksaw Duggan has is probably not a smart place to attack. So he's working on the legs, he's weakening the man, looking for an opening, looking for some place. Again, with those knees heavily padded, those knee pads, that far leg, he looks like a pulled hamstring, a adductor muscle of some kind. And he's smart to work on an area. If a man's hurt, unfortunately, he should not telegraph it. Now, again, he got too close. Duggan went after that mask, and I know from my own experience, you go after that mask on Wrestling 2, it's like knocking over a hornet's nest. He just kicks it into high gear. That's been his trademark, and I don't think I think you're going to have to probably have him totally unconscious before you do anything like taking that mask off. A lot of people have tried, and I don't know if anybody's been successful. Now again, he's working on the upper body. He's got a head and an arm this time, a cross lever, putting the pressure on, making Duggan carry him. He's not carrying his weight at all. He's got Duggan bent over where, again, breathing is much more difficult, making him carry him. Very, very smart. Intelligent wrestler, experienced. His reputation was not earned by any flukes. He's a tough competitor. I look forward to beating him sometime real soon. Well, I say that. He's a hard man to beat, but of course, everybody can be beaten. No unbeatables. Junkyard Dog just showed that. He beat 3 men. Took the General's army and put him in a complete retreat, a rout, you might say. Duggan now on the offensive. He got a chance to use his power. Caught him with a big stomp. Punch before that to the breadbasket. He's a powerful man. And again, he likes to beat up people. Goes for a press off the slam body press. Wrestling 2's out. I don't think he even got a 1 count. He's back on his feet. backing up, recuperating, getting into the ropes. Smart wrestler, very smart. Now, Duggan gave him too much room. Wrestling 2 is fighting fire for fire a little bit there, a couple punches. Well, he set Duggan up for that one, reversed, tossing the ropes, a backdrop at 280 pounds. Ooh, that knee lift, he caught him. That power lift took
himself.
Ted Debiasi coming down, offers some advice, some sort of comfort. Duggan needs something right now. And pushing him back in the ring. Helping hand there, I guess you'd say. Debiasi cheerlead. Debiasi, we can't see there. Dick Murdoch. Dick Murdoch's down there now. I was talking about the bad blood between these two. Chase Debiasi in the ring, a spear. Duggan speared his partner.
There's a dynamic knee lift. Fast and furious and complete.
1, 2, 3. It's backfired.
Fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the red corner, at 244 pounds from parts unknown, the Grappler. And in the blue corner, at 238 pounds from New York City, Vinnie Romeo.
Vinnie Romeo being introduced, and as you heard earlier, the cheers that were reserved for the Junkyard Dog and Captain Redneck, Dick Murdoch, Mr. Wrestling 2, turned to jeers as the introduction of the masked grappler, Bob.
Well, there's some conjecture that the grappler was the double for Wrestling 2 that was trying to step in there and be the referee in that special match. Vinnie Romeo showing some real agility here, and the grappler also. Grappler's his reputation as the grappler speaks for itself. But you know, with masked wrestlers, it's hard to tell. He's built. He and the Wrestling 2 that was out here a minute ago are built very similar. They're compactly built, approximately 6 feet tall. Both of them wear masks. So, I mean, it's kind of hard, from my point of view, to say whether to take one man's word or the other.
And they have similar moves inside that ring.
Well, they both know their way around a wrestling ring, that's for sure. The grappler, former North American champion, Mississippi State champion, he held them both at the same time, and he is double tough. I've seen him tell you there, elbow, the thorax area of Vinnie Romeo. Vinnie's looking real good. Vinnie Romeo, looks like he's been training hard, but there's no substitute. It doesn't matter what kind of body or what kind of muscles or anything else you have if you don't know how to use them. And experience can only be gained in that ring, and something the grappler has. Vinnie Romeo is lacking in experience. He's not lacking in heart. But as far as that actual ring time, that being in the pit, being down there in the pit, in the oven, where the heat is, he doesn't have the time of this grappler. And again, that grappler, he'll attack you from the top to the bottom. He's got so many moves. If something doesn't work, he'll try something else. If that doesn't work, he'll try something else. If nothing works, he'll go back and start over again. He's got a lot of desire to win his matches. Very proud man. A lot of controversy about a loaded boot. You could look at it another way if he is a handicapped wrestler. Ooh, Vinnie Romeo coming back there, showing some fire. Ooh, you can hear those clear over here. He stung him. Beautiful drop kick. Took him clean off his feet. Going for another one, going for something. Backdrop. Oh, beautiful move on the grappler. Now again, this man recuperates. He's like a bulldog. He comes, oh, beautiful move. He dropped him flat on the back of, what's this? That's Wrestling 2. That's the exact same motion as Mr. Wrestler number 2. He gets a 3 count. Wait a minute now. Now what's this? Wrestling 2 interfering in his match? No, Wrestling 2, Boyd seems to be saying, now who is who here? You saw that the grappler...
The event is for 1 fall or remaining television time. In the red corner, at 238 pounds, from Charlotte, North Carolina, Tony Anthony. And in the blue corner, at 242 pounds, from Amarillo, Texas, Buckley Christopher George Robley III.
Tony Anthony on the black tights against the man with the yellow shirt who says, nobody calls me yellow. That's unmistakably Colonel Buck Robley. Bob Roop, you saw the masked grappler make a swift knee, take it right to Vinnie Romeo and gain the victory. But you also saw the same grappler make a swift exit when Mr. Raston came upon the ring for the challenge.
Well, that's true, boys. You know, I wish the 100 million people or so that watch this program had a chance to sit where I'm sitting and see this action up close. I mean, I'm telling you, I've been around wrestling programs all over the world. I'm talking about Japan, the Far East, and a lot of places. And I see things here on Mid-South Sports that just fascinate me, and I've been around a long time. Back to the ring, Buck Robley again. Nobody call me yellow. Tony Anthony, a young man on the way up. He just returned from South Africa where he beat legendary Jan Wilkins over there and so had a very triumphant run in South Africa. But Buck Robley, very, very vicious. He's got a lot of great credentials, really. He's vicious, backstabber, backbiting, nasty, do anything to win. His only weak point, I would say, is that he seems to be wanting people to like him, but that still doesn't take away from him being a tough opponent. And if I beat a man like Buck Robley, believe me, it's one that goes down in my books because it means something. And in this case, now now the old Buck Robley would not give Tony Anthony a chance like that. He raised his hands. He would have been punching his brains out. It cost him too. He's taken 3 punches, elbow to the back of to the thorax, and it's actually the man got a cover on him, which it racks up points for Anthony as far as being a competitor. But Robley showing that he's tough. He's just a tough guy. He got up off the floor, and it's kind of with attitude like this guy made him mad, it looks like, because he's not showing the effects of those punches and those things that he took a minute ago. He's got him going now, kind for kind, a backdrop. Ooh, he kicked him right in the head. Now that's the old Buck Robley. Ooh, drops another forearm, elbow right across the man's face. That's all she wrote. 1, 2, 3. That's Buck Robley.
Buck Robley, the colonel in the yellow shirt.